Hello, friends. Welcome to another episode 86 on AONIM, AONIM, Appreciation of North Indian Music with Shekhar Pathak. Thank you for joining and continuing to support this channel. For the last few weeks, we have been talking about some of the most popular rag that are based on Kalyan That. Last week, we talked about Rag Kamod, and we also introduced you all to the Patiala Gharana of Khayal Gaiki. Today, we will be talking about Raga Hindol and another popular Gharana of Gaiki known as Indore Gharana. So stay tuned. Indore is a city in the state of Madhya Pradesh where Ustad Amir Khan grew up. And here we are talking about Ustad Amir Khan, one of the greatest classical singers of the century and not the movie star Amir Khan. Ustad Amir Khan called his style of Gaiki as Indore Gharana, where he developed this style from studying the styles of Abdul Wahid Khan of Kirana Gharana, Aman Ali Khan of Bhendi Bazar Gharana, Rajab Ali Khan of Jaipur Gharana, and also Bhendi Bazar Gharana, and Abdul Karim Khan Sahab of Kirana Gharana. Indore Gharana style of singing is considered opposite of Patiala Gharana and is pleasing and calming. The Vilambit Khayal is long and slow. The improvisation happens in lower and middle octave. Emphasis is on melody, while Tan have a pattern known as Merukhand, which we will talk about in our next episode when we discuss Bhendi Bazar Gharana. You will hear extensive use of Kanswar and sparing use of murkis. Tihais are avoided. Bandishes are short with no antra most of the times. Let me recognize a few prominent singers from Indore Gharana. Of course, Ustad Amir Khan Sahab, Kankana Banerjee, who I had the fortune of performing with, Pandit Amarnath, Shankarlal Mishra, Purvi Mukherjee, and Gokulotsavji Maharaj. Let us now talk about a mystic rag called Hindol now. The feeling that it generates is a kind of leaving you hanging. It is a springtime rag that leaves you longing for more. More like the music from Impressionism, music of Charles Debussy, the music that is unresolved, the music that is sort of incomplete. This makes it very difficult for musicians and audiences to understand, and so even though popular with musicians, this rag is getting lost with the popular audience. Let us now get technical tidbits a little bit. This is a minimalistic rag. So what do I mean by that? Let us try to build this rag, and that will explain what I mean. Let me get to the harmonium and tanpura for that. Let us try to build this rag, and that will explain exactly what I mean. So here are the swar that we are going to use in this rag. As I told you earlier, this is a Kalyan That rag with Tivrama. So let us take the first four notes of Rag Yaman. Sa re So this takes us away from a diatonic scale in a way, 3 whole steps and 1/2 step. That's what a diatonic scale is. Sa re ga shuddha ma would make it a diatonic scale, which we are breaking away from, right? This would create a whole tone structure in a way. Sa to re, a full 1 step. Re to ga, another full step. Ga to tivrama, 1 more whole step. So sa re ga ma, ma ga re re ga ma, ma ga re sa. And now let's leave re out from this structure. Sa ga ma ga, ma ga sa. And now let us introduce dha to it. Da sa ga ma ga, sa ga ma dha ga ma ga, ma ga sa. And now let's talk about nishad. You probably can hear ni here, which is kind of controversial. Ni can be used in Raga Hindol, but it is mostly avoided. So rarely used nishad. Let's try that one out. Sa ga ma da ni da ma ga ma ga sa. So I'm going to stop here for a second, turn the knee off, and then we'll see how it sounds, okay? Now the tanpura, as you can probably hear, is only playing sa. Sa, 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 sa. Okay? So, again, I'm going to now sing first Aroha and then Avroha of Rag Hindol. Sa ga ma dha sa, and Avroha is sa da ma ga sa. Well, by doing so, aren't we breaking one of the basic rules of the definition of Rag? Yes, actually we are breaking 2 rules. The first one, that Rag must have a minimum of 5 notes. Hindol has only 4. Another rule, Rag must have either Pa or Ma, Pancham or Madhyam. It does, but it's a Tivrama, not Shuddhama. So in a way, Hindol breaks the first rule completely. On the second rule, it pushes its limit of the rule. It uses Tivrama. Now let's sing Aroha and Avroha one more time. Sa ga ma dha sa, sa da ma ga sa. So Rag Hindol uses only 4 notes of the scale, and that's why I call it a minimalist rag. Vadiswar is Dhaivat and Samvadiswar is Gandhar. But Tivrama somehow is the heart of this rag. All swar revolve around Tivrama, with the Nyas swar being Dha and Ga. Think of 2 high points, one as Dha, second one the low point being Ga, and the middle point being Ma. Everything oscillates around Dha Ma Ga, Dha Ma Ga. Are you getting the feeling of a swing? That's exactly what Hindol means, swing. Hindol means swing. So let me sing a few phrases to explain the chalan or the movement of this rag. Sa Saga Saga Madha Maga Gama Madha Dama Maga Gama Da Gama Maga Sa Da Da Mada Sa Sa Da Sagamada gamada gamada sa sada mada gamada gamada sada maga gamada sa There are no film songs that I could find that are strictly based on Raga Hindol. It is difficult to compose any melodious song with just 4 notes. Talking about minimalism, Western music, especially the church music, until early 19th century banned even the pentatonic scale with just 4 notes. It is difficult to come up with any kind of chord progression. Let's look at some popular songs that sound a little bit like Hindol. First one, Kuhu Kuhu Bole Koyaliya, which starts out with Hindol and ends up being Sohni. Sa ma ga ga dha ma ma ga ma da sa, and then Hindol sa re sa ni re sa sa ma ga bole koeliya. Basically it is a Sohni. Another one is Kahin deep jale kahin sag sag sa sa ni sa ga ga ma ma da ma da ni sa. So it uses ni, not a pure Hindol. This actually brings me to an idea that if you use ni, then it gives you an impression of Shivaranjani. So with the use of ni, there are very high chances that it will sound more like Rag Shivaranjani, a very popular rag that film industry uses quite often. So to keep Shuddha or pure form of Rag Hindol, the use of ni is minimized or rather never used. Again, to end this, Rag Hindol, Aroha and Avroha, to go back in the purest form. Saga madha madha sa sada maga maga sa. My friends, as you might imagine, composing a light song with just 4 notes is quite challenging. It is akin to creating a minimalist painting where the artist uses the fewest material and colors. I have taken on the challenge of composing a ghazal penned by Wasi Shah. The prelude, the first part of the ghazal, and the first interlude are all composed using just 4 notes. The second interlude and antara introduces a 5th note, nishad, ni, which evokes the essence of rag Shivaranjani. I then return to the original interlude and antara composition for the subsequent parts. The lyrics and music together evoke deeply sensuous and unfulfilled emotions, further enhanced by the accompanying video clip. Here it is for you. Here it is for your listening pleasure.
एहसास से छू कर मुझे संदल है दो, अपने एहसास से छू कर मुझे संदल है दो। मैं के सदियों से अधूरा मुकम्मल कर दो, अपने एहसास से छू कर मुझे संदल कर दो। अपनी आँखों में मेरे नाम का काजल कर दो, अपनी आँखों में मेरे नाम का काजल मुझे मेरी निगाहों से भी ओझल कर दो और मुझे मेरी निगाहों से भी ओझल कर दो अपने एहसास से अपने एहसास से अपने एहसास से।
Hope you liked my experimental composition using only 4 notes. It really gets difficult to compose something with just 4 notes out of 12 total notes that we have. The concept of minimalism in the West was introduced after the Second World War, but that has more to do with the number of musicians used in an orchestra or repetitive phrases in a large work. Concept of using a minimum number of notes is still not much appreciated. Anyway, as difficult as it was just to put the tune together for this song, the orchestration was even more difficult for me to put together. It was much more challenging, as I could use, really speaking, only a few number of chords. Since this composition is in the scale of C sharp, the chords that I was able to use were F augmented, G minor 7th, and D diminished. None of the major or minor chords were used in this composition. The reason? It would just destroy the basic structure of the rag. Let us now build a list for you, what we call a song a day list. As the film music demands more to support the stories and particular scenes, even though composers may start with the basic structure of Raga Hindol, they end up using the other notes of the scale. Classical musicians, however, still perform this rag extensively on the stage with their utmost skills. I have listed a few of their live performances and some studio recordings. Hope you will be able to appreciate it. So we'll start with Kishori Amonkar performing a Khayal in Roopak taal and Chhota Khayal in TeenTal in Raga Hindol. Number 2, next we have a Doordarshan recording of Raga Hindol presented by Dr. Ashwini Bhide Deshpande. You may be thinking that Dr. Bhide Deshpande must be holding a PhD in music. No. Her doctorate is in biochemistry. Gone are the days of uneducated musicians. Anyhow, here is the link to Raga Hindol, the same Roopak Bandish by Dr. Ashwini Bhide Deshpande. Next, I have a composition or a bandish, Lal Krishna Jhoole. This bandish is set to the swinging Raga Hindol by Pandit Jasaraj. Listen to the variations on the word Jhoola, which means swing. The bandish swings to the swinging rag of Hindol between 2 rhythmic cycles of Ektaal and Teentaal. A short 6-minute composition by Panditji is just very pleasing and amazing to listen to. So enjoy it. Number 4. Let us now move on to the instrumental music, starting with Chandrasekhar Phanse performing Raga Hindol in a very unusual matra, unusual taal of 9 beats. Please listen to the slurs and gamaks, a very beautiful style of performance of Chandrasekhar Phanse. Here is the link. Next, we have a very old recording of Ustad Amir Khan Sahab performing Raga Hindol on Sarod. This is in 16-beat cycle of TeenTal. Number 6, I have a link to recording of an Indo-American Pandit Vijay Raghav Rao, a flautist and a very talented composer performing Raga Hindol on flute. Friends, it is customary to have the most respected and the most popular artist's performance at the end. Well, I am going to break away from that tradition to introduce you to a very young, talented little girl playing a big flute. Little Sameeksha performing Raga Hindol. My friends, that brings us to the end of this episode on Raga Hindol and Indore Gharana. Hope you enjoyed it. I don't think I need to repeat this, but I still will. I will anyway. Please click on the bell icon and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Please comment on today's episode. And yes, you are most welcome to share your ideas in the comment section. In the meantime, be safe out there and I'll see you next week. Bye.